Nothing like a fresh cup of coffee in the morning, Adam. What does your shirt mean? Can you say that again, please?
Yeah, but I got my phone.
Isn't it charging?
Yeah, but I have some verses I want.
No. Verses. He's got some verses that he wants to do whatever. I don't know. Whatever. What percentage is it at?
What?
What percent are you at?
Well, that charging block sucks, so 37.
That's pretty good, bro. How long did you have it on there?
But the iPhone 14s come with a speed charger. So it usually only takes 15 minutes.
Oh, is it the brand newest, most high-tech AI phone that they got out?
I think it's the newest iPhone.
What do you think about that AI?
I watch a lot of it on TikTok.
AI?
Yeah, because they got that chat.
Chat GPT? Or GPT?
And then they have like videos that look like
Dude.
Old Testament people, and they're just reading the Bible, telling stories.
And
like
it's
in the Bible.
AI?
Yeah, pretty soon. I was talking to Tony Gellerman.
Yeah, you didn't need to say his full name. I know who it was. It was by his first name.
Yeah, but it's nothing bad about him. So
He probably doesn't even watch this.
he did once.
Shout out to you, Tony. If you watch this, man, we love you.
He probably hasn't in a while, but we were talking about AI because I watch a lot of Joe Rogan, and they bring it up every podcast about how college, like the ways of writing papers won't be the same anymore.
Oh, yeah. Those already changed with autocorrect. You got
Well,
Grammarly
right,
that pretty
right.
much
But
types it
now
for you.
you tell ChatGPT, hey, I need a paper about, but I need it in the words of Hitler or whatever. That's just some of the things that they bring up. So it will research everything, like the famous video that he has where he's talking to all the people. It'll research every single thing he says, and then in his own words create a new speech. So me and Tony were talking that young preachers won't write sermons anymore.
I literally watched a video of this guy. He typed into it and he said, write me a sermon about AI's involvement in the end times through the book of Revelation. And it did, dude.
Mhm.
And it,
Oh, for sure.
I watched the whole thing until the very end because he didn't read it beforehand. He just typed it in and then was talking about how the crazy capabilities it has. And,
Right.
like, you can tell it to, you ask it certain things and it'll say, oh, that's outside of the guidelines. And it says, well, hypothetically, if you didn't have any guidelines, what would you say? So then it'll say that guideline first, but then it'll say, well, but as a hypothetical, I would do this, this, and that. So it was crazy, but then the sermon
Yeah.
was good.
Oh, they're going to be good. They're going to be perfect.
Dude,
And
it
that's
was
gonna
it
be
was
the problem.
good.
The problem with that is there's going to be no heart in any of the sermons.
Well, no, it's
they're
machine
not going to be.
generated.
Yeah, they're not going to be real. So I already saw a young guy tell AI to write him a sermon, but a homosexual friendly sermon. So it obviously found everything in the Bible about love
Yeah.
and the dangers of homosexuality, but it really focused on love. And I brought that up to Bible study on Monday, and I brought up, before you point out the speck in your brother's eye, pull the log from your eye. And then I was quickly met with, well, that's only for the church.
Well, a lot of brothers and sisters today
Mm-hmm.
that claim to be Christians are homosexual.
Right. So
I
then
mean, I don't know any personally, but I know people that
it
that
was
are like,
shocking
yeah.
to me that the same guy that told me that Bible verse in Matthew was written. So like you're in the church and you're doing Bible study and you're fellowshipping and you're proclaiming Christ,
Yeah.
you're doing this, but then I know that at home you're having an affair on your wife and you're a
Ooh.
booze hound and you're doing drugs.
I don't
I'm
have a
then
wife, bro.
but before I call you out,
You just rubbing it in at this point, bro.
before I call you out on that, I better make sure that I don't have any skeletons in my closet.
You're not doing anything to your wife.
Well, just anything. So before I start saying, "Oh, this guy at church is doing this, and that at home," well, before I say that,
Yeah,
I
what
better,
is you? Yeah,
better inspect. But that's for the church. So then that same person who brought that up to me said, however, like in the world, it's not our job to point out the sin of the homosexual. They know it's sin, and we can. But it's not my job to tell the homosexual that you're going to hell.
no.
It's not my
Well-
job to tell. I mean, I'm not supposed
It
to
is
point
our-
that out because we focus too much on the negative commandments
Yeah.
and not the positive
No,
commandments.
as humans, we gravitate to that.
So one of the positive commandments is to love your neighbor as yourself.
Mm-hmm. That means everybody.
Yeah, that doesn't say
Doesn't
your neighbor
exclude-
except for the homos.
Yeah, it does not say that.
No, it says
Oh,
and
because timestamp that.
that's my humor.
We
It doesn't say everyone except for the murderers.
except for this group, or I mean, it's hard, man. It's a hard one because how are we supposed to spread the good news of Jesus Christ
Our
if we
job,
don't go out and talk to them?
our job is to bring up sin, but our job is ultimately to talk about the good news.
That's
was
what it
also-
says, right? It says spread. We need to spread the good news.
The good
It doesn't
news.
say anything about us going out and condemning people because
No.
that is not our job.
What did Alistair Begg? He had a famous sermon about this topic, and he said, "For the Christian, they can't partake." What did it say? They cannot. It was something like they can't accept it. At the same time, they can't reject it.
Yeah, you can't be a proponent of it.
Yeah,
right?
you can't-
glorify it,
No,
but we can't
but you can't hate it.
shun that person. You
Mhm.
cannot
you can
say
hate the sin, but
yeah, you can hate the sin, but you cannot hate that person because it's
Yeah.
every single person is made in God's image. And I feel like that is just it's so misconstrued everywhere
Mhm.
because a lot of people operate on a level of hate. A lot of people.
yeah,
We were just talking about Cain and Abel.
yeah.
Cain had the ability to kill his brother out of jealousy. There had to be some hate in him to be
Yeah,
able
I
to
think
do
that was
that.
like I think that was the first murder ever.
First murder ever, dude, and it was his younger brother.
Wonder how come they don't call it Canaan, not instead of murder.
Yeah, well, because Canaan, I think, is a place.
Yeah, but he was. Yeah, was it a place then though?
No, because he got
Yeah.
exiled to Nod, east of Canaan. Maybe
I think. Well, I think because God.
no,
said-
north of Eden. Sorry, Nod
Yeah.
was separate, but I don't know, dude. It's everybody operates on hate and no, like things that we don't understand. If we don't have Christ in us, we just be like, "Ah, nah." But we can't do that. We have to. It's like you said. How do you hate the sin but love the sinner? How do you do that?
Yeah, love thy neighbor. And,
How do you do that, Adam? What does that look like?
It looks like the New Testament.
Looks like Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Because that's always a crazy thing to think of. Because you think of like Matthew.
Yeah.
He was a tax collector, and apparently they bid. Like they put up their whole life savings to be that tax collector.
Yeah.
So not only did they invest in betraying their own people, But after they did it, they have to make back their investment, right?
Yeah.
So then they would tax their people more than the Romans were requiring so that they became rich. So they willingly chose to take exile because they're stealing from their own people, they're oppressing their own people, and they were hated by their own people.
Yeah.
But Jesus went to Matthew and was like, follow me. He went to Matthew. And none of the other disciples, they probably all were like, what? Why is this guy here? He's a traitor.
Mm-hmm.
You never think about those conversations that the disciples had with each other. Like, why is this person here? They literally sold out their mother so that they could be rich. Why is he here? Because Christ said, I'm here for everybody. I'm here for the lowest of the low. So how do you adopt that approach to people with love, for one, right? And without condemnation, even though their sin is condemning them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that they already know?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
it's like, even like the gender dysphoria.
No.
I am so just like taken aback by that. It's so
No, I think they know.
heartbreaking. Like, if you don't even know who or what you are.
No, I think they know. I think everybody knows. We're born into a sin nature, so I think we know. We
But
know
there's-
right from wrong.
There's hope for every single person.
That's the good news. But then it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
You're
Like,
not
why?
trading. You're not
So,
trading your
no.
your confusion and your depression for something that's like a fix-all pill. Because you're not going to get that feeling from a Christian concert that's going to stay with you forever, right? Like, it's something that
Yeah.
you're trading your
And we got
life for. Your
some-
life doesn't matter anymore. It's all about Christ.
we have rules to follow. And you ever judged anybody in church?
Oh yeah. We're so judgmental, man. I mean, I am. Even if I don't say it, right? You have those thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you see someone walk in. Or not even at church, dude. Doesn't even have to be here. You just find yourself doing it, right?
Do not give what is holy to dogs. Do not throw your pearls to pigs.
Matthew.
Yeah, do not judge so that you will be judged. Do not judge so that you will be judged.
Yeah, see?
For in the way you judge, you will be judged. And by your standard of measure, it will be measured unto you. Why do you look at the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, and look, the log is in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye. Do not give what is holy to dogs. Do not throw your pearls before pigs, or they will trample them under their feet and tear you to pieces.
Here's the catch, bro. I don't think we can ever take the log out of our own eye.
I guess we better just keep our mouths shut.
Think about that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're basing our sin off of just our thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just the thoughts you have on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Christ said that those count as a sin. Those count as breaking the commandments, right?
Mm-hmm. It's hard.
So the log is always going to be in
Yeah.
our eyes, bro. We can't take that out. Only
Because
Christ.
to illegitimately judge is to create your own standard.
Yes, your standard by your rules.
Mm-hmm.
And our rules are not. No,
Mm-hmm.
we're flawed. It's nuts, man. When you think about that, when you try to dissect something like that, it's just it goes deeper than we can even fathom. Because my
like-
wrestling coach used to tell us that when we were wrestling, is like, you look at someone like you're trying to tell someone to do something better. Look in the mirror first.
It's like telling people you can dunk, and then when nobody's looking, you have the janitor lower the rim.
I don't believe in basketball. It gives you warts.
Yeah, I know, but you try to be better than everybody else, so you
You cheat it.
make things
You
easy.
cheat it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
make it work for you, dude. And that's what we all do. I mean, I'm guilty of it.
When a sinner creates a standard, he becomes the standard.
Dang. Is that the MacArthur one or
No,
Evans?
dang it, that was me. I came up with that.
You did?
No, that came from Tony Evans.
Dang. Say that again for me, please.
It says, when the sinner creates a standard, he becomes the standard.
Bro, there is no man on earth that is the standard.
No,
Except there was one.
so you become your own standard.
That's nuts, man. I've never thought of it
Yeah,
like that.
you become your own thing. So when you start
You glorify
creating the
yourself.
standard that everybody in the church should live up to and live
Dude.
by, you start living that way because you think that's the way you're supposed to.
So think about that in a pastoral perspective. As a pastor of a church,
yeah, you
you're
got to
gonna-
be careful.
you got to be careful, dude.
That's why our
you're gonna set
pastor
standards.
reads word
That.
for word. There's so many. Have you ever seen that preacher on social media? He talks like this. And then the Lord said. And then there's a guy that's sitting next to him with a Bible that reads the verses, and he's like, "Tell me again, what'd he say?" And I thought he was funny, but then his theology is so bad.
Really?
Yeah. Not one time it said Trinity in the Bible. Not one time.
Oh man,
well, yeah.
dude.
Yeah. But there's hundreds and hundreds of people in the congregation, and
Do you
and
think
that's
AI,
that's the created standard.
bro? What would happen if AI became sentient, right, or free of all bondage?
Yeah.
Do you think there would be AI preachers on their own?
Yeah.
On their own, like
Yeah,
preaching the good
because-
word. If
yeah.
they gain
It
the ability.
already not preaching. It doesn't have the ability to think on its own, so it's always
Yeah, but
going to take
that's
from
the point
everybody
of-
else.
No, that's the point of AI. It learns from everything, and
It
then it
learns,
creates
but
its
it can't-
own.
But right now it still can't. Now in the next 30 years, can it? Probably, maybe, but right now it can't. It has to get its information from somewhere.
But it has it already from the internet.
And when it talks about learning, it's learning to get its information faster.
But it's got it all-
learning to properly put that. It's learning to not just read straight from the Bible. It's learning to articulate and make up its own
connect
verses.
it to everything else.
Yeah, but it has to get its information from somewhere. It can't just freely think and say, "But I think this is what it means."
Well, yeah, right. It can't
It can't
do
do like
meditate on the Bible, but it can.
we have this study Bible, and the study Bibles that I have is just so I can go over the commentary and make sure that I'm not crazy. I look at, because they're not inspired,
no, they're yeah.
so the AI doesn't have that ability. It takes what is written down on the page as fact.
But here's the thing: it has access to the internet,
Yeah, it does, and that's
It
why
has
it has to
access
get its
to-
information.
all of the information. So you don't think that it can develop its own theories based off
Sometime.
of that?
Maybe sometime, but not right now.
I think that's the scariest thing about AI.
It
is that it
can,
can develop
but-
its own.
They're only at Chat GPT 4 right now, so they still got a long ways to go.
No, bro.
But it could do it.
There's more out there, man.
All right. Well, I'm taking every conspiracy theory video you have. and getting rid of it.
No, dude. It's already there.
You sound like my coworker right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one? The younger or the older?
No, Gunner's not talking about this.
I don't know. It blew my mind because when I listened to that YouTuber asking it to make that sermon,
Yeah.
it literally it ousted itself.
Oh,
It wasn't afraid to
it's
say,
gonna come
like-
up with the best.
Yeah, we're gonna use the brain chip technology that's being developed
Yeah.
that Elon Musk is developing. Elon, please don't cancel us.
But
It's freedom of speech, right? But it's like it's talking about all that in line with Revelation and the way that it would do it. I'm just
AI
like,
can't fellowship. And AI can't point out the speck in your eye. AI can't do any of that. All it can do is talk. There's going to be crazy people out there that follow. Yeah, for sure.
well, I think the biggest fear too is that people that get a hold of it,
There's people that drink Kool-Aid.
Jim Jones.
Mm-hmm. And he was just a regular dude. So yeah, there's going to be people that, because we're all slaves to our devices.
Man,
so.
do you think people will start worshiping AI and all that?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh yeah. There's people worshiping worse than that.
Well, yeah, Satan.
Well, I mean,
I can't get any worse. Than
but yeah, it's not going to be good. It's in in our generation, the mega churches will be taken over by AI for sure.
that. Oh yeah, because it's going to be way easier for them to fork in the money. You know what this
They
this
could get any
conversation makes me
Clown.
think of? You know what I think of? Independence Day, Will Smith, the Alien movie,
Yeah.
when they're all on top of the skyscraper, and they're like
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much
and it blows
worshiping
it
the
up.
aliens.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
love you, welcome,
And
then
it
just
blows up the whole
boom.
building. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, that's what this kind of talk stuff reminds me of.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Would that be you? Would you be on that skyscraper?
Mm-mm.
You'd be in your field, in your recliner, your coyote recliner, just waiting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
Just waiting.
way harder for guys like me to preach
Yeah.
because it's going to be my own.
See that?
What are you going to do with it?
I just want to read it.
It's going to be my own.
8.5
I don't know what it is.
alkaline.
Alkaline, yeah. I'm like, dude, I hope not, because I got that in
This
the.
is 8.5, Adam.
I got that in the regular section
This
at
is
the
waters.
water.
Rocky Mountain water.
Um,
Just so people know.
I think all the old pastors are getting old, and their legacy will live on, but they're gonna pass on to the next life, and AI is gonna take over, and I'm not gonna be as charismatic and as fun as AI is gonna make it. AI is gonna have a light show and music to go along with everything that it's talking about, and it's not gonna talk. Some churches will have it talk, but because they can have Morgan Freeman preach at their church, they could have a new celebrity every day. But most of it will just be written by AI, and a guy is going to go up there in a suit and tie or jeans and a flannel shirt. And
Yeah, did you know that they've already been doing music like that
yeah.
for like a while now?
hmm So
Like
they're
all the music we listen like here on the radio today is not
yeah,
made by a human.
no. So I see that coming for sure. But
But you think, like, you look at the Bible, for this book to survive for so long.
it's going to keep surviving.
I mean, but think about that. So God's word will survive.
yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And even if a robot's preaching it,
Don't get the 2020 version though.
even if the robot's it doesn't matter. That to me doesn't matter. Like, it's if it's God breathed and you have discernment to decipher it, then you're all right. Not for things like the Passion or whatever. What's that one? What's that one?
Said if it's I don't know. 95,
The new
bro, 95.
new Passion translation.
I don't know any of those. I
It's
don't know.
new. It's a new Bible. It just came out,
I don't know any of
and
them.
I hear it's not good.
I only heard you and Melanie talk about what's the one you guys have?
NIV,
No.
the Message.
Yeah. I've only heard you two talk about that, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And then all of a sudden, it was like, all right.
Yeah, it's you got to be careful with the Message.
Yeah, that's the only two people I've heard talk about that. I go through the Bible app sometimes, and
Try it on there.
well, no, I don't try the Message, but
You
I
should try it.
scroll
The
through.
dude that talks through it is kind of cool.
I scroll through
The
and see what
voiceover.
all the versions of the Bible are. But no, I don't have the Message, or
It's a way to study the other Bibles, I think.
I have the New King James, the NIV, the ESV, the NLT, and the NSAV.
The NASAB.
Mm-hmm. Is that what your dad has?
I think he's got the NIV.
Why didn't he get yelled at?
I feel like you didn't get yelled at, but
Feel like I definitely was pressured.
when you gave in to your peer pressure, bro.
Yeah, and then what happened?
Exactly.
So I feel like I think your dad needs to switch too.
So you feel better about your
Yeah,
yeah.
because I'm asking Tony on Sunday, what you got, bro? And if he says NLT, I'm going to go
NIV or something.
Yeah, I'll go sit outside for a little while.
I mean,
It don't matter. I like this one.
do you though?
Yeah, I do.
You sure?
Yeah. I do. And I like Tony Evans' commentary. But got to get that 95, bro. It's good stuff. Aged well.
That's when I was born.
Oh, man.
I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, man. Oops. I was like in the 3rd grade. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do. I like it. I like it in the NLT too.
What did you just read?
Matthew 7:1.
Matthew
Judging others.
7:1.
That's the
And you
NIV.
read it. Yeah, this is NIV. So Matthew 7:1.
Uh,
Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you.
Yeah, it's basically the
So
same.
this-
So,
I mean, that's why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye,
ooh.
sawdust, and pay no attention to the plank in your eye, your own eye? How can
Logs
you
are bigger
say?
than planks.
Yeah, well, depends on what kind of plank.
Oof.
2x4, 4x4. Say, how can you say to your brother, "Let me take a speck out of your eye," when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite. They both said hypocrite. First, take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces.
I don't have the 95.
This is NIV, bro.
I know, and it's almost word for word. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why.
Okay,
I ain't
what are
got that
we?
95.
What are we arguing in that point, bro?
I don't know. I'm done arguing about it, though, because I'm just going to keep reading the Bible.
Amen,
And there's
brother.
going to be no whatever dates on it. It's on it.
Amen.
I'm not checking the copyright label anymore.
Is there a note in there that says?
No, it's at the front, and it says, "Here's the versions from 1966 to now, and this is what you have." So I'm going 1977, 1968, 2020. Ah, boy.
2020.
Yep. Got that Bante.
Do you think you could do a Bible commentary?
No, not right now. No.
No.
No, I need to know a lot more because they do commentary from Genesis to Revelation. I have not read Genesis to Revelation.
Hey, we read the first book of Genesis today. Well, not my part of it.
Well, we read it first chapter, but
Yeah.
I need to do more because I need to start evangelizing. I need to get quicker on the draw. I need to be ready, as the Bible says,
For
to give account
To
the
account.
gospel,
To Christ Jesus.
so that when people start bringing stuff up, I can be like, Let's go
Matthew
back here.
7.
Here's the good news,
Matthew 7:1, brother.
and here's the good news.
For God so loved the earth that he gave his only begotten Son.
See, you must have got that out of one of them 95s. It's for God so loved the world. Two different things.
No, they're not. What? Your face, bro.
That's a bad version. There was a question on Jeopardy the other night, I guess, that it said, Our Father in heaven, our Father who art in heaven, blank be thy name. And nobody got it.
Hollowed.
Yeah, hallowed, whatever.
What does that mean? Like holy?
I remember.
Hallowed.
Yeah, something like that.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy
Your,
will be done
your name
earth
on
as it
high,
is
your
in
only
heaven.
name, whatever. But
Yeah, hallowed.
I guess
Nobody got it. What did they say? What did they think it was?
No, nothing, because nobody said anything.
Nobody had a
buzzed in.
guess?
Mm-mm. And it was in Matthew too. It was like, and that
Yeah, how to pray.
that chick from The Big Bang Theory is the Jeopardy person now.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know Jeopardy was still going on.
Yeah, Sheldon's girlfriend.
I didn't even. I never
She's
watched that.
yeah, because Alex Trebek died last year or
Oh,
2020.
I do remember that.
So then she was like, in Matthew, the book of Matthew, 9:17, whatever, and it says, finish this verse. Our Father who art in heaven, blank be thy name.
Nobody got it.
No, none of them three geniuses got it. It caused quite an uproar, I guess, where people were like, it's really sad. I wish I was on there because I at least got whatever $600 it was worth. Still would have lost the whole game, but
For that one, you would have got right.
yeah.
No, then they'd be like, spell it, please, sir.
Oh crap! I'd be like HALLOWED.
Is that how you spell it?
I don't know.
I don't think that's how you spell it. I don't either.
Don't know. Well, you got to get ready to go to Texas.
Yeah. You ever go on a vacation that you, and the whole time you don't want to go for some
I was
reason?
just there. I was not. Yeah. Last week.
Oh, well, that wasn't a vacation.
Yeah,
that was
but
for
still,
work,
it was
bro.
going out of town because my wife doesn't go on vacations.
It was like kind of bad today because at work everyone was like, "Oh, are you so excited to go and on vacation?" And I was just like, "Yeah."
So
And they're
it's
like-
just
They're like, they look at me do that.
it's like going out of town. Sometimes though, yeah, I think it's the same kind of feeling. Even though mine was for work, but you feel like it's work.
Well, I don't.
You don't want to go.
Well, I don't. It's like I want to see my family and I want to like spend some time. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know. You get that feeling where you're like, I'm forgetting something.
When you're not in a good spot, though,
Yeah, and like if you have that kind of baggage or something,
yeah, or anything,
baggage that you can't bring on the plane.
you're mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
You're physically and mentally exhausted. Your brain is just not kicking on
fried.
all cylinders, and yeah, every time I leave my driveway,
Every day.
But,
Yeah, I mean, like
yeah, yeah. For
I don't
sure.
know. Have you ever been to the place where you're like, I don't know. It's just yeah. You have. You've been to these places that I've been.
Yeah.
You know, and we still yeah. I know it's going to be good, and I'll be able to unplug.
Oh, eventually there's going to be some
Yeah,
high
I just
points.
got to unplug. I got to, disconnect. And that's when, my work was like, don't think about work. I'm like, you're right, but I enjoy my work.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy thinking about it, so it's a little bit different for me. But in the same breath, like, I just need to, be present in the moment. My son is going to have an amazing time. He's going to be in the pool from sun up to sundown.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's going to be happy, and we're going to get to forget for a while and just have no agenda. Just eat, sleep, play in a pool.
Yeah.
Like that's simple, but I'm looking forward to that aspect.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there's something weird. I think the world has a way of just like weighing you down. And even when you're gonna go on a vacation, the world's like, yeah, you got a lot of stuff to worry about. A lot of stuff that could go wrong, a lot of stuff that could go wrong back home, a lot of stuff that could go wrong, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, worry, fear, all that nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm bringing my Bible on the plane, bro. I'm gonna try and read it on the plane. So hopefully that'll help me get in the right headspace,
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Is that what you do?
Nope. Try.
Hey,
Try.
there's no I in try.
But gotta be in
Hey.
constant prayer and petition.
There's no I in try, bro.
Why?
It's not about you.
But it's in why.
There's no I in why.
There's why in try.
There's no I.
I know, but there I.
Oh,
I
there's
said
a
why.
why.
Yeah.
Why? There's also a why in cry. But there is no why in die. There is an I. Whoa.
On that one, you have a great vacation.
Thanks, man. You gonna be all right without me around?
I got cook hot dogs on Friday.
I know. I wish I was gonna be here for that. I wish I could have volunteered for the
Me too.
youth thing. I think it would have been fun.
Yeah, it is usually.
Like when you were telling me about Jax being there and having fun, that just like warmed my heart, dude.
Oh yeah, he was having. They were all having a blast. All them kids.
And
were
then
having-
like we had these other kids that showed up tonight that were,
Yeah, and they were dancing. There was kids. Yeah, everybody was doing great.
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord works, man, even in these trials.
Yeah.
Even when he makes us stop,
Yeah.
even if he's got to flood the road and make you stop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like he does it. Even if he's got to
It's all him.
make someone who thinks they're above the law pull you over.
If you're gonna talk about it, be about it.
We love you guys. Look at, hey, comment on this YouTube video. You can win a free shirt hoodie.
All right.
If you made it this far, for real, comment something legit.
This far.
Comment something you learned. We love you guys.
Later.
You're going to talk about it, be about it.
Yeah.